Hello students, welcome back to another chapter of Civics, chapter 8, Markets Around Us. Today I am here to discuss about weekly market, shops in the neighborhood, shopping complexes and malls, chain of markets, markets everywhere, and markets and equality. A market is a place where goods and services are exchanged between buyers and sellers. Before we began using money to buy what we needed, we used to exchange goods or services for other goods or services. This system was called the barter system. It arose since one person could not produce everything he needed. Thus, people would produce what they could and give whatever was extra or offer their services in exchange for goods they required. Today, most interactions in the marketplace are based on exchange of money for goods or services. Markets exist because of interaction between producers and consumers. Producers supply goods or services, and consumers buy these goods or services. There are people in between who act as intermediaries. They are called traders. They buy the goods for the producers and sell them to the consumers for a profit. The main motive of all these commercial activities is to make profit. There are various products and services available in the current market. We now have the opportunity to choose from many different sellers of the same products or services. The power of choice grants satisfaction to the consumers and creates competition among the producers. Markets are of many sizes and ranges. The size of the market depends on the amount of goods and services traded there. Markets are mainly of two kinds, wholesale and retail. So, man has many needs. These needs can be fulfilled from the markets. There are many kinds of markets, such as weekly market, a large shopping complex, perhaps even a malls that we may visit for our everyday needs. A weekly market is so called because it is held on a specific day of the week. Weekly markets do not have permanent shops. Next day, they set up their shops at next place. There are thousands of such markets in India. People come here for their everyday requirements. In the weekly markets, the things are available on cheaper rates. This is because when shops are located in permanent buildings, they incur a lot of expenditure, rent, electricity, helpers' wages, etc. In the weekly market, a variety of goods are sold in a small area. Therefore, all the things can be purchased here on cheaper rates. Comparison of cost and quality can be made very easily. Every product that we need on a daily basis can be bought at a retail store located nearby. For example, grains, cereals, pulses, clothes, stationery, medicines, fruits, vegetables, electronic goods, jewelry, furniture, etc. can be bought from a market near our house. There are many shops that sell goods and services in our neighborhood. We may buy milk, groceries from shops. Many of these are permanent shops, while others are roadside stalls such as vegetable hawker, the fruit vendor, etc. Shops in the neighborhood are useful in many ways. They are near to our home and we can go there on any day of the week. These shops also provide goods on credit. Credit means उधार में भी सामान दे देना. In the urban areas, there are shopping complexes that have many shops with a variety of things. There are also large multi-storied air-conditioned buildings with shops on different floors known as malls. In these urban markets, you get both branded and non-branded goods. Branded goods are expensive, often promoted by advertising and claims of better quality. As compared to non branded goods, few people can afford to buy branded ones. Next topic, chain of market. Goods are produced in factories, on farms, and in homes. The wholesale trader first buys goods in large quantities. This will then be sold to other traders. The trader who finally sells this to the consumer is the retailer. City has areas for wholesale markets. This is the place where goods first reach and are then supplied to other traders. The city wholesale trader would have bought a large quantity of plastic items from the factory and store them in a godown. In this way, a chain of market is set up. Now, markets are everywhere. All these markets are located in a specific locality and work in a particular manner and time. You can place orders for a variety of things through the phone and these days through the internet. And the goods are delivered at home. Online shopping, as the name suggests, is the act of the purchasing products or services over the internet. Online shopping has grown a popularity over the years as one can order a number or products from these sites while sitting at the comfort of his or her home or office. Flipkart.com, Mantra.com, Snapdeal.com are some famous online shopping sites. All markets work in a space in a particular manner and time. Last topic, markets and equality. In this chapter, we have looked at shop owners in a weekly market and those in a shopping complex. There are very different people. One is a small trader with little money to run the shop, whereas the other is able to spend a lot of money to set up the shop. They also earn unequal amounts. The weekly market trader earns little compared to the profit of a regular shop owner in a shopping complex. Similarly, buyers are differently placed. There are many who are not able to afford the cheapest of goods, while others are busy shopping in malls. A market must be according to the taste and standard of living of the consumers. For example, a market situated in a posh area should have some shops selling expensive branded and imported things also, while a market situated in a middle class locality should have reasonable products. There are even markets we may not be aware of. This is because a large number of goods that we don't use directly are also bought and sold. Students, a market is where buyer and seller are involved in the sale and purchase of goods. It established a link between the producer and the consumer. A weekly market is so called because it is held on a specific day of the week. Weekly markets do not have permanent shops. There are thousands of such markets in India. People come here for their everyday requirements. Traders set up shops for the day and close them up in the evening. Many things are available in a weekly market at cheaper rates. Weekly markets even have a large number of shops selling the same goods, which means there is a competition among them. One advantage of weekly markets is that most of the things of need are available at one place. There are many shops that sell goods and services in our neighborhood. We may buy milk from the dairy, grocery from the departmental store, etc. These shops are useful as they are near our home and we can go there on any day of the week. There are other markets in the urban area which have many shops at one place called a shopping complex. In many urban areas, we also have multi storied air conditioned buildings with shops on different floors as malls. In these urban markets, you get both branded and non branded goods. Chain of markets. The people in between the producer and the final consumer are traders. The person who produces goods in a factory, the person who buys goods from him in the wholesaler. The wholesaler gives it to the traders, who gives it to the consumer. This trader is known as the retailer. The retailer could be a trader in a weekly market, a hawker, neighborhood shop, owner in the shopping complex, etc. Present day, markets are everywhere. All markets work in a space in a particular manner and time. Buying and selling takes place in different ways, not necessary through shop in the market. There are even markets we may not be aware of. This is because a large number of goods that we don't use directly are also bought and sold. For example, a car factory purchase engine, parts, gears, petrol tanks, wheels, etc. from various other factories. We, however, do not get to know about either the manufacturers or the sellers involved in it. Some large scale producers sell goods and services directly to the consumers without involving any wholesalers. This is called a direct channel. Online shopping, as the name suggests, is the act of the purchasing products or services over the internet.